Welcome to the Trading Lounge and the US Indices report. Now, yesterday we were looking from this high here, we were looking downwards, and we were looking to see if we were going to get 5 waves down in terms of the little blue wave 1, blue wave 2, blue wave 3, back for blue wave 4 and blue wave 5. Now, if we've gotten that structure there, then we would have known that we would have got a correction and then another 5 waves down. But we've only got an A and a B and a C wave here. So it's a bullish corrective pattern, which basically changes the count to a bullish count now. Well, it changes it bullish from from this point. But what it also does as well is that, I'd been counting all the waves up to this point here to get this particular high here. But because we didn't get 5 waves here, we've only got 3 waves here. It means that this high here that we've got is not the right count, and we need to look at going to a higher count. So on that note, I'm going to go to the daily chart just to show the bigger picture that we need to be looking at now, which is not that new. We'd been looking at something like this before. Situation here is wave 3 here, and basically an A, B and a C for wave 4 here, and then 5 waves up for wave 5 here, and that would read wave 1 here, A, B, C for wave 2 here, and then we're moving up in 5 waves now for wave 3 here, wave 4 and wave 5. Okay, and that will be the same for the Dow Jones and so on. So this is the structure that we'll be looking at in this report. And on the 4-hour chart here, if I can just sort of squash it up. So from this wave 2 low down here, just to bring us in the picture, we've got wave 1, ABC for wave 2 here, of minor degree. And then we're looking at this slightly different now in terms of 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 for basically wave 1 here and wave 2 here. And we've been counting 5 waves here. Now we need to label this wave 3 here. Now, I've labeled it wave 3 here, but there's still a little situation where we could have an extension in the 5th wave here. So this would be from here, this would be wave 1 and 2 here, and 3 and 4 and 5 here, and then wave 3 would go on to here. So I may have to change that, but for the time being I'll just keep it here. And the other point too is that this particular level that we're at here, the normal sort of event at a level, as you know, is there's a level. So we have our sort of arrival, our reaction, which is only in one wave so far here, even though it's 3 waves. So we may get something like this here before we see that first high above the level here. Once we've got the first high above the level, then we're likely to see a larger correction, and then in due course a move up from that point there. So it's kind of something like this. We'll be looking at the arrival, the reaction. I just don't know if the reaction is going to be in 3 waves here and then up. But in one way or another, the long trade would be on this side of the 2100 here, over here. And on the 2-hour chart, so I think the cash market may have even made a new high here as such. So it's possible that, because we've got wave 1 here and wave 2 here, now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 here for the 3rd wave. The 4th wave can pull back to the 4th wave of 1 lesser degree. So I need to put a little bit of thought into this. This is also the 38.2 retracement level from wave 2 here, even at this current high here. So it's all kind of it's kind of perfect in a way. I just need to see how this is going to move up here. I think this is just 1 and 2 here, it's basically 3, 4, and 5 to come up into this space here. Just a little bit sort of unsure how to resolve this top little bit here for the time being, but I'll spend a bit of time on that today. So over here we can look at this move here now as wave 1 to here, wave 3 here, wave 2 here, and wave 5 to this point here. Unless there's just going to be 3 waves here, and then what we'd have to do is basically look for an A and a B wave here and a C wave here. So not quite sure about this here, but what we could be, reasonably assured of is that, we've had our reaction from here, and we'd be looking in one way or another for the first high above the level. Once we've got that, then we'd probably see a larger correction unfold at the 2100 here in terms of the blue wave 4, larger wave 4. And this is the same for the Dow Jones as well. Of course, just looking at the intraday here, I haven't changed too much of the count here, but we've only got 3 waves down here, so it's just bullish. It's just a bullish corrective pattern. So we're just going to be going higher from here. It's as simple as that. So and on the bigger picture here as well, if we look at the daily chart for a moment here, we need to count it the same as well. So we're looking for this whole structure up here to complete. So up into late November and whatnot, December. So on the 4-hour chart, I think I've updated this too. So from wave 2 low here, we've got, count these 5 waves as wave 1 and 2 here. Does leave this wave 3 a little bit short so far too. So that's why I'm thinking that before from this little waveform, I'm thinking 1 and 2 here, and 3 and 4 and 5 here to get a bit more length in this third wave here, because this third wave can't be smaller than wave 1 here. So we should be looking at a minimum there in this particular instance here. If we look somewhere roughly there, it shouldn't be too much of a problem, but it gives you a bit of an idea that we've got to get up into the 18,000 at least for this third wave here. Do you know? This will be the same with the S&P 500. So I just got to see, what's the best fit for this situation here. But it does appear overall that, we are going higher for these markets. So a fair bit to go yet on the bullish side, which kind of makes sense, because when I was looking at, Apple and so forth, it was a little bit like that. So, and I can see it in a lot of other US stocks as well when I'm flicking through them looking for trades. There seems to be, quite a bullish potential for further upside in a lot of stocks. So, all right, well, that's it. I'll drill into a little bit more detail, but we'll be counting upwards further over the weeks ahead. Okay, cheers.